Hello everyone, I'm Oytun and I'm a sophomore year student at Civil Engineering Department. And today I would like to start my presentation with a question. Actually, have you ever thought that cyborgs are among us? And if they are, which fields are they participating or involved in? Have you ever thought about that? Which brings me, which brings it to my topic today. It is two usage areas of cyborg technologies. The first one is art, and the second field that I would like to talk about today is medicine. So, first of all, to start with, what is a cyborg? Well, according to Donna J. Harvey, who is a professor at History of Consciousness at University of California, a cyborg is a cybernetic organism, a hybrid of machine, a creature of social reality, as well as a creature of fiction. So, I will move on now to the effects of cyber technologies on art, and I would like to start it with some examples of specific cyborg artists. The first one that I'm going to talk about is Stellark, who is a visual artist, a performer, a cyborg artist, who has benefited from electronic muscle stimulators connected to internet, which allowed him to control his six-leg machine, which you can see from my figure, through arm gestures. And the second figure on my slide can be defined as a robotic third arm that picks up electric signals sent by the muscles of himself at the body and amplifies them to give commands. And the second artist that I would like to talk about is Moon Ribas, who is a dancer, a ballet. So he did have seismic. She did inserted seismic sense like a wave stimulators in her feet, which allows her to feel the earthquakes around the earth. And in order to create an artifact, she dances according to the seismic waves around the world. So every time an earthquake is happening, she dances. And when there isn't any earthquake, she just stops. That's part of the performance. So, as I did now talk about the cyborg technologies on art, I would like to move on to the other topic, the second topic, which is the medicine field of it. So, I would like to start my second field with a quote from a cyborg, actually a patient. He goes, this is from Michael Koros, by the way. If deafness is kind of a dead, hearing again is kind of a rebirth. He did have a disease from the very birth, which led him to not having a fully ability to hear. This new ear can have thousands of lines of code telling it what to do with incoming sound and how to trigger my nerves, which leads to hearing. So, uh, let me just move on quickly to the another example, who is called as Peter Scott Morgan. This one is a more complicated cyborg version of it's just a more complicated cyborg. He was diagnosed with MND, which we all know from Stephen Hawking. They were suffering from the same disease, and there is no known cure for that specific disease. He did have some inflammation, some surgeries, inserting nigrostatic tubes to be fed in his stomach, 3D modeled face muscle system. He did save his voice to a synthesizer in order to sound natural, because A lot of parts of his body were removed, including his throat, and actually also they did insert an eye tracing technology, which allows him to operate his computer with his eyes. So let's summarize briefly what I've learned, what I've looked at in this presentation. As cyborg technologies has had some dramatic increases, fields of art and medicine has been affected from it significantly due to unusual human experiences in art and contemporary bionic limbs, which I've just talked about. So I hope I was able to change your point of views about cyborgs, because they are actually among us with just extra senses, not like Frankenstein or some robotic dystopian just metallic robots. Likewise, they are just like us, and they are among us in the present. So, thank you all for listening. And here is my reference list. And I will see you guys in another time then. Goodbye. Stop.